All right, guys, how you doing? It's Coach Moran again here with Kellenberg Lacrosse, and today I just wanted to finish up kind of like the three-part dodging series that we were doing with the attack. Right? Remember the first day we talked about the shoreline dodging, which is primarily focused on dodging in this area of the field, right? That like 3 yards from the end line, 3 yards from the back of the cage, right? Then the last video we went through dodging at the apex, which is this area right around the back of the cage. We said that could be a tricky type of a spot to dodge because there's a lot of obstacles with the net, with the crease line, with the angles. A lot of guys are usually in the area. It's a tight quarters, hand-to-hand type combat. It's where defensive players really kind of get a little bit more physical because they know that you're getting even closer to the cage. And so today what I wanted to focus on was this idea of dodging to the island, right? This area that we're referring to, kind of what we refer to as the island, or also referred to by some people as like get 5 by 5. All right, I hope you've heard that before. So you want to get to the island. All right, so that's kind of what this series is gonna focus on here. So let me erase that so you can kind of see what we got going on here. All right, so to start off here, the first move that we're going to talk about here is when you do something very simple, right? It's just called the step away, all right? So it's number 1, right? It's the step away. I'll write it up here, this way you can see. My handwriting is terrible, I know. And it's just real simple. It's kind of this idea that the defenseman has you. You're not going to beat him. He's V-holding on you. He's right on top of you. He's in that hand-to-hand combat. You're not going to be able to get a shot off. You're not going to get a pass off because he's right there on you. And so the idea here is that as you're doing your dodge, right, maybe you sat, right at X is what we were kind of talking about. And as you start to come around, right, it's just a simple plant on that front foot, and it's exactly what it's called. Right? You just step away, all right? It's almost like the let's learn to live to fight another day, all right? My defenseman is not going to let me get past, right? So rather than turn the ball away because I'm going to try to do too much, right, I'm going to step away. Now, the beauty of this, right, just simply stepping away, is that your eyes, right, as the ball carrier, are still able to be in this area, all right? And for most teams have at least one guy in the crease. A lot of them put 2 in there. That in that case, you'll have a guy here, and a midi through, all right? So as you step away from your defender, what you get the opportunity is to kind of reset, right, get your hands free, and now your eyes are looking here, and far for the through look. All right, so a great drill that you can do in your backyard or in a field with anybody, even if you don't have somebody, is set up a target right here in one of these 3 spots. Bring a garbage can with you, right? Have a younger brother come and stand there with a stick in his hand, right? Or have mom or dad go and stand there with a baseball glove, and you just work on your step away. Remember, it's coming. You plant hard on that front foot. You step back and throw it. All right. This way, you might find that these guys here are wide open, and you're able to get it to them. All right. So that's our first dodge here, called the step away. The second one that we're going to look at, once again, is going to build on this, where everything is a progression, right? We saw that yesterday with the apex dodging, or the last video with the apex dodging. Here is our step away. This is the step away, all right? The step away, run through, all right? I'll explain that here in a moment. Let me just finish my terrible handwriting. Here we go. All right, so the step away, run through. It's the same idea. Right, so as you're dodging around, you come here, you plant the step away. What will happen here a lot of times is a defender doesn't follow you with his feet. As soon as you step back as an attackman, the defenseman is kind of like, whew, I got this, right? And he gets a little lazy, right? And instead of following you out with his feet, he just sticks his stick out there, right? And that's when you, right, just kind of run through. All right, so in order for this drill for you to do, right, in your backyard or on the field, is you practice your dodge, right? You sit here, you can do a roll, re-roll, right? You come around, you plant, you step back, and then you re-engage and you explode forward, and you take a shot. All right. It's kind of like, see that maybe the defenseman kind of is slow playing you. By your step back, right? Your step away, he now gives you the angle to the top side because now his hips are behind your hips, and you're able to explode through his stick and kind of come across and take a shot. All right. So that's the step away run through. Okay. The third one that we're going to look at here is what we refer to as the engage, release, shot. It's kind of similar, right, to what the other two were. Right, on this one here, right, you're kind of using your free hand to kind of lean into your defenseman, because once you get to GLE, the defensemen are taught no more stick checks. Get your stick on his stick and push him out. Use muscle. It's hand-to-hand combat. And so what you do here is you're leaning in on him. You got your free hand. You're leaning in, and then you step back and take a shot. All right? So here you just step back, release. All right? That's all it is. Right? Let me get the, instead of having the step back run through, right, it's the engage, release, shot. Right? Shoot off the hip of your defenseman. Maybe get a screen on the goalie. Maybe you got a slide coming. Something like that. Right? It should be quick. Right? One step back with a shot. All right? So that's another move that you can do. All right? And then our fourth option here. The fourth option is just, the normal question mark. All right? Some coaches, some schools will call it the sidestep release, all right, where you're coming here, right, you're coming around the cage, right, here, all right. Once you get to 5x5, you're engaging in, right, a question mark isn't necessarily a turn, right, and I think that's where a lot of guys kind of get themselves into trouble, is that their question mark is too tight, right. Notice the question mark should be a sidestep and then release, right? So you come in, you step out, and then you shoot, right? It's a sidestep release. It's not necessarily just a spin, a twirl on the top of a dart, penny or the top there, or you're just spinning around. All right. So those are 4 moves that you can practice on your own, that you can work on to perfection in your free time. Right. Make sure that you can. Sometimes you want to add some things to it. Right. Get some guys. Get somebody else, put them on the crease so you can practice feeding the crease. Crease guys, make sure you practice catching on the crease as well. All right? I hope you guys find that helpful. So make sure that you use it to your advantage and get after it.